I found a video that has an unskippable title. I lost a testicle to an accidental discharge. I've owned guns since 2018. Shot regularly since then. One thing I don't do is carry because in Illinois, where I live, the concealed carry laws are pretty restrictive. Plus, I'm a teacher. Like, what am I going to carry my fucking gun into a school? Like, that's not a thing that's going to happen. So, plus, like, people say, like, well, you could carry it in your car while you're driving there. And then when you get to school, you could leave it in your glove box or in your trunk. I'm not leaving a loaded gun in my car. So, I don't carry in public, but I've always said if I were to carry in public, one way that I would not carry for sure is AIWB. And if you don't know what AIWB is appendix in the waistband. And basically, you are pointing the gun at your junk. So, like, let's look this up real quick. But AIWB carry, right? Here's a picture right here. You put the holster in right here, and the gun points straight down. A lot of people do this now because apparently it's like really, really fast. A very fast way to get your gun out and like draw and shit. But if I were to carry, I wouldn't do this. I'm way too afraid that I would fumble and fucking shoot my dick off. So this video obviously immediately caught my attention. But let's just get into it. I lost a testicle to an accidental discharge.
Well, this is a video I never really planned to or wanted to make, but feel the need to kind of fill everyone in on what's been happening the last week or so. Last week, during a professional training operation, I had an accidental discharge of a firearm. This is despite at least 15 years of professional experience with firearms, plus many, many years of training and safety with firearms beforehand. I was in the military.
This is another reason why I would never fucking carry appendix unless the gun had a safety, or like one of my guns is a double action. So like I can just show you it's unloaded. Please don't ban me, Twitch. It's in the holster as well. So I'm not going to pull it out, but you can see here it's got the hammer. When you put this in your waistband, you can just hold the hammer down. That way it cannot fire unless the gun itself is faulty. But whenever I've mentioned this being a bad way to carry, for me, if you want, if other people want to carry that way, like go ahead. People always say the same thing. Well, you can just train or like reholster very, very carefully, which is true. But this is a guy, I think he just said, how many years did he have? Like 15 years?
At least 15 years.
15 years of professional experience. And this guy still shot his dick and balls. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not carrying that way. But that's fucking insane. Like, I can't imagine.
Of professional experience with firearms, plus many, many years of training and safety with firearms beforehand. I was in the military for 4 years, including a year as an armorer. I have trained with weapons of all different types. I have trained other people on how to use firearms. I am meticulous about firearm safety. It's been kind of one of my badges of honor for teaching people on how to use them, is how many people go, Tim knows his shit. He knows how to be safe. So that's why having this happen to me, it's still taking some time for my brain to wrap around what happened.
Yeah, and he says he's meticulous about firearm safety, but all it took was one fucking accident. Now, I don't know if the gun just went off on its own, or he made a mistake reholstering, or if he made a mistake putting his finger on it, but all it took was one mistake. There's no way you could talk me into carrying appendix with a modern firearm like a striker fire that doesn't have a safety or a hammer.
And is sometimes still a little bit hard to discuss because of the shame that comes with,
I imagine,
being someone that it happened to. So I'm going to do
especially
a full video.
You have to imagine, like, it sucks that it happened, but like once he's obviously not dead. Once this is over and done with, you know his friends are gonna make so many fucking jokes about his balls. I can't imagine his friends are gonna let him live this down. Plus, anyone who takes training from him in the future is automatically gonna think to themselves, "Oh, this is the guy that doesn't have a ball." If I was learning from this guy, I think his balls would be in my brain constantly. I guess all I would think about is he doesn't have a ball. Not that that's again, it's not an indication that he's less of a man or anything like that. But how could you not think of that like constantly?
Video breakdown on. I've got my old man cane for getting
Shit.
whippersnappers off. I can walk without it. It's just pretty painful. So I'm gonna back up so you can see that I. Where's the camera? See, I got my catheter bag.
Oh my god.
I guess I should talk about probably. I guess I should probably talk about where it happened. I, until about a week ago, appendix carried my CCW, my
See right
concealed
there,
carry
appendix.
weapon, meaning that I had a holster in the front, and me being as safe as I thought I was, as safe as I always planned to be, I've always carried one in the chamber because I've wanted to be able to engage a potential threat without having to rack to slide back. Well, all of that came into a head a week ago when I went to, during this training, during a full, that's one thing I really want to hammer home. This was not screwing around off in the hills. It's not even on camera because this was not for the Northwind Aerial Channel. This was just a full-blown, planned out, scheduled professional training. And I was getting ready to do a course of fire. And as I went to draw my weapon from the holster, it went off in the holster. I'm not going to sit here and say that
It has to be said. What gun was this man carrying? Because if you're well versed with guns right now, there's one pistol right now that everyone is either selling or putting in their safes and not carrying because it keeps just going off. Right? I'm wondering if he had a 320. I hope he says in the video. See,
I didn't accidentally finger the trigger because I don't know. Will we ever know what caused it? Probably not.
what did he just say?
I'm not sure. It went off in the holster. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't accidentally finger the trigger because I don't know. Will we ever know what caused it?
Yeah, it probably happened so
not.
fast.
I don't know because it very likely could have gotten caught on my shirt or my belt or the holster itself. When I'm feeling mentally and physically able, I'm going to do some experimenting of my own, and I will make a follow-up video to this later on. This is not so much a discussion of, how I'm going to grow from this or whatnot sort of video. This is more just to kind of let everyone know what's going on and why, it's going to be it's going to be hard for me to keep editing for a bit. I have one video almost done. I'm going off on tangents. Anyways, I drew my weapon from my holster from the time of the proctor going beep with the stopwatch to the round going off. Probably
Right, there's a fly in here, like a singular fruit fly, and it's pissing me off. It somehow has survived 3 days. I don't know if it keeps getting I don't know how it would get pregnant because I thought flies die in 24 hours, but this motherfucker is a survivor. Fucking piece of shit.
the round going off, probably less than half a second. The round went through my holster.
Oh my god.
It went through my penis, and it went through my left testicle. So it went through my penis, and it went through my left testicle.
Oh. The pain went through his penis and his left testicle. I mean, it just has to look entirely mangled down there. But oh my god, dude. And when people, if it was a training situation, he might have been carrying Full Metal Jacket, which is just a singular it's I don't know how to explain. Is it lead? Is it but it's just a single bullet that does not really expand, whereas if you're carrying in the waistband, usually people will use hollow points. God, I hope if it was a hollow point, maybe, you know what? At that distance, maybe it wouldn't break apart. I'm not sure. Never mind.
So I am, as several of my fire department buddies have lovingly started calling me, I'm half sack now. That's my call sign.
I called it. I called. He just said his firehouse buddies.
So I am, as several of my fire department buddies have lovingly started calling me, I'm half sack now.
Yeah, dude, they didn't even wait for him to heal and to be done with his penis and fucking testicle being blown up. They immediately started calling him half sack. That's fucking wild. Like how do you live this down after it's happened to you? Like this puts even more of like it makes me even more entrenched in my view that like AIWB is not something I'm ever going to do. Like there's no way I'm putting a gun right next to my dick. You know? Holy shit.
My call sign. Was rushed into surgery where my left testicle was removed. And right now I have to wear a catheter for probably the next month or so because of damage to my urinary tract.
Oh my God.
The bullet center punched both my penis and...
So I'm trying to understand. Hold on, we just got
scrotum tract. I have to wear a catheter for probably the next month or so because of damage to my urinary tract. The bullet center punched both my penis and scrotum and left testicle. To show you, to give you an idea of like how good of an A mind that I have, it went through the seam of my jeans, in the pants of my jeans.
Oh my God.
That's how center punched it was. It's a miracle that I'm alive. 3 degrees difference in aim, and that bullet would have been in my femoral artery. This is probably one of the things that makes me, cringe the most. Was a hollow point round. I did not bring any FMJ training rounds with me, so I used the ammunition that I carry every day because I have a plethora.
That's what I was just talking about, hollow point versus FMJ. But I think at that distance, I don't know. Hollow point ammunition is very effective at point blank because it is designed to expand upon impact with soft tissue, creating a wide wound channel, transferring maximum energy inside the target. Jesus. But just, I'm assuming it spread out and like damage to other things, whereas like FMJ is just like one straight line. Wild.
Of it, and figured why not use it up? I need to get some newer rounds anyways. These rounds are, quite a bit old. It was a Glock 23, 40 Smith & Wesson hollow point round. It's the weapon I've carried since I bought it.
It wasn't even 9mm.
It's the weapon I've 40 Smith & Wesson hollow.
How much bigger is 40 Smith & Wesson compared to 9mm? Oh man. I mean, it's not like a huge difference. I think it looks more just like the width of the bullet itself, but God. And probably holds a hell of a lot more energy. Bullet diameter. Base length. Oh, yeah, it holds way more fucking gunpowder, so it just fucking hits.
Point round. It's the weapon I've carried since I bought it. It's been my concealed carry weapon. And it's the holster that I've worn for...
Imagine if he was using 357 SIG. Both of his balls would have exploded off his body. That's insane.
At least 5 years, I think. Shit happens. It was an accident. It was a training accident. I am embarrassed. I would imagine he is. Feeling a lot of guilt and a lot of shame and a lot of self-hatred for it. That is getting better. I am healing mentally and physically. The physically is going quite well. I have a lot of stitches.
Yeah, the physical healing, well, I don't, he's never going to be normal again. The man lost a ball, but that's going to heal. His dick's going to heal way faster than he is, mentally. Mentally, I think he's going to be fucked up for a long time. Because, you shouldn't, tie your manhood to, you being a man to your dick and balls, but, a lot of men do. And so it's probably hard for him to unravel that in his mind and, disconnect the two.
Down there, I would happily send you some photos or show some photos on a lot of stitching mentally and physically. The physically is going quite well. I have a lot of stitches down there. I would happily
My God.
send you some photos or show some photos on here. But
Dude, imagine just like, let me see pictures of your dick and balls after the shooting accident. Hey, let me see that dick. Oh my God.
then, I'd end up being a
At
Minecraft
least he has like a sense of humor about it.
YouTuber, and YouTube would probably delete the channel. So we're gonna leave those bits unexposed to the internet as a whole. It's not a pretty sight. It did a lot of damage, and it's quite painful. As you can see, I'm leaning forward on my Renoir cane
God.
right now. Because it sucks, especially to stand. I've been spending a lot of time laying down and recovering, which is hard for a guy like me who wants to be up doing things, especially as Almond Harvest is starting very soon. It's another source of major amount of guilt is that I'm unable to help out with harvest at the moment or any sort of farm work. Because even standing right now, the catheter puts me in so much pain from all of the incisions and everything down there.
Damn.
That I'm basically useless. And even when it comes to editing, thankfully, as you can see, kind of like, different perspective from, the way the camera is for most of my videos, I've converted everything to a standing desk before all this happened because I was trying to get more exercise during the long editing sessions. In standing here right now, as soon as I finish recording this video and start uploading it, I'm going to go back and lay down because I'm in a considerable amount of pain. I'm thankfully off narcotics already. I ditched those as soon as I could because the opiate dependency scares the living hell out of me, and I was starting to get the withdrawal symptoms of weird fuzzy headaches and just craving them for the sake of craving them.
Nah.
So I haven't had narcotics, and
You know
tomorrow
what,
will
though?
be.
I think that would be like pretty reasonable considering he was fucking shot. I mean, he shot himself, but still, like, fill me up with drugs. If I ever get shot, I don't care if it's in my dick or in balls or not. It could be in the arm. It could be in the leg. I want a metric fuck ton of drugs.
A week since I've had my last dose of narcotics, and I'm down to just a medium dose of ibuprofen, generally at night to help me sleep.
And I'd start smoking cigarettes again.
As you can see, my spirits are still pretty high. It's taken a while to get here. This has been definitely one of the most depressing moments of my entire life, especially the day after surgery. It sucked majorly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a long, long road to healing. I will get back into using firearms. Right now, I probably should get myself into therapy firsthand. I've had a lot of friends and families and even some doctors recommended due to the amount of stress in my life.
I wonder if he would switch up the way he carries, though. Like maybe he starts doing strong side carry, which is like 3 o'clock on your hip. 'Cause, man, this is like if you ever got, people who've been in like a motorcycle accident and walked away from it, it takes them. I remember I had a friend who took over 2 years to get back on a motorcycle, and a lot of people, myself included, told him maybe don't ride a motorcycle anymore, especially after what happened. I mean, you couldn't get me to carry appendix if this happened.
And, the amount of accumulated
I'm
post-traumatic
saying if I had already carried appendix.
stress from 11 years as a first responder. And now this, when I even think about pulling out a firearm to shoot it, I start getting nauseous and my hands get sweaty and they start trembling a little bit. We will get back to it, and I will bounce back from this, and I'm already trying to find out ways in order to use my experiences to help others.
I just want to see, is there a YouTube video that does like a ballistics test? 9mm versus 40? This one right here. Does he use the gel? Because I want to see the gel. Oh, we got one right here, a short.
Just plain clear ballistics to hopefully get hollow point expansion and see what these bolts are supposed to look like. So 9mm.
Oh my God.
All right, let's put that with our 40 Smith & Wesson.
I can't really see because of this, but I mean, look at the channeling's like almost double of this one. Is that what it's called? The cavity, the channeling? Like it just opens up so much. It looks like it stopped short, or 9mm goes a little bit farther, but I mean, either one, I can't imagine getting shot in the balls.
Let's go take a look. Very similar overall as far as
That doesn't look. I mean, now from this angle, okay. But that would still, either one of these would just ruin your fucking day.
looks like percentage of expansion and penetration and all of that. So with our 9mm, really, really good damage for what it is. And that's one of the things I see with 9mm. It's often a problem that, ammo companies don't make rounds that energy dump very well. It looks like this punch does energy dump pretty well with our 9mm. So got really good damage. We went right to about 17 3/4 inches of penetration. So that's really good overall. Now we look at our 40 Smith & Wesson, a little more damage, and we went to 17 inches even. So both of these had a.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's insane.
Counsel others, guide others through injuries such as this. And I would never be anywhere close to as healed up as I already am if it weren't for the overwhelming support of friends and family, both online and in real life. The outpouring has been one of the most incredible things to make me feel loved this entire time. I can't thank all of you who've reached out enough. I truly can't. And I almost want to, I thought about listing like the people and giving them specific thanks, but it doesn't seem fair and we'd be here for another half hour and I'm having a hard time standing due to the pain right now. So I just want to say thank you, everyone who has reached out. There has never been a single moment during this entire ordeal where I have felt alone. Going back to the accident itself, from the moment I hit the ground, I was surrounded by people I call brothers and sisters, friends, family, and colleagues. It was, if I had to choose a moment to blow my shit schmoove off, as the kids say, this was the time to do it. I had a paramedic. I had a paramedic right next to me. I had people who've been in emergency services for their entire life. I was surrounded by so many professionals that took care of me immediately, rendered my firearm safe, got my clothes off, got me out of the fire ant nest that I fell into.
Oh,
that
shit.
was fun. Kept me calm, even as...
Man, you shoot yourself in your most sacred of places and then immediately fire ants. God.
I'm going to save that for the next video where I discuss the shock, because that was a whole thing. And even from the moment I got to the hospital and went into surgery, I never felt alone. The very next day I woke up and I had people calling in to check on me.
Yeah, you got
I had
shot.
visitors the entire time. My pastor's coming out today. There hasn't been a day that's gone by where I haven't had someone stop in and check on me, either in person or multiple times online. So this is just kind of wanted to put this video out as sort of a let everyone know what's going on in a completely unedited, even with all my stumbling. So you can see when I have cuts to videos, the stuff that I cut out from time to time. This is one of those kind of raw ones where I was like, I want you guys to just get everything out and show you what's going on, give you an update, let you know I've not stopped in editing. I have a video that's like 95% done that I think you guys will really enjoy. It's bow fishing and underwater exploration with the ROV.
It sounds like
I've got that one almost done.
This, but I'm glad he can have a sense of humor about it. But oh my God, I mean, that's actually insane.
I've just got to find the time to sit. I can't sit, to stand and edit it, and it's going to be slow going.
I wonder if I feel like I'm getting a little too deep here, but like, taking a shit has to be a nightmare, right? Because he has a catheter running through his dick. I'm assuming it's through his dick because that's where the urethra, the urinary tract is. But when you poop, you're applying pressure down there. So I have to imagine not only does it hurt, but he's probably having to pee as well. Like, and then he said sitting down hurts him. What about sleeping? Like, God, he must wake up like 3 times in the middle of the night just in fucking pain. Or like Like my cat likes to jump up on my chest when I'm sleeping. Like imagine cat just jumps up there when he's sleeping. I don't know if he has a cat or not.
I have this
It's gotta hurt.
catheter for a month. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I've said, it's a miracle I'm alive. There's a long road to recovery, but at least I'm alive to walk that road. So, thank you all so much for watching. We'll keep you guys updated on the recovery process as we go along. I'll try and I truly believe talking about things talking and laughing about things especially is some of the best ways to heal. And I'm going to make sure I do both of those. So, this is definitely the most vulnerable I've ever felt putting something on the internet. And I've filmed myself in...
Yeah, I don't think... I think this is something where, like, if this happened to me, I think I'm done making content. That, or I'm going to wait till I'm fully healed, and I am never, ever talking about it. Although that might be worse because, like, you know, if you're on Twitch, like, getting roasted is kind of a huge part of, like, this platform now. And I feel like if the moment anyone finds out you shot your dick, you will never, ever hear the end of it.
And American flag shorts and nothing else on the internet. So, yeah, if you want to leave mean comments calling me a dumbass for having an accidental discharge, carrying one into chamber, carrying appendix carry, whatever, go ahead and leave those comments. Just know...
Yeah, I don't think you're a dumbass for something like this. Accidental discharges are going to happen when you train with guns, but like this again just kind of proves my point. Like, well, at least for me, I just don't feel comfortable carrying a gun with the barrel pointed at my dick and balls. And I'm going to, you know, I don't think I'll get my CCW in Illinois. You know, if I ever move to a state that had like constitutional carry, I might carry, but the only way I'm carrying is with a safety and or a gun that's like a double action, right? So I can decock it. But I think more than likely I would just carry side, like strong side, 3 o'clock carry.
I hate myself way more than you guys could ever hate me. So do what you're gonna do, but you're not gonna get to me. For everyone else who's been so above the board, so understanding and helpful with this injury, I cannot thank you enough. You're truly one of the reasons that I'm still standing here today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Now, get off my lawn.
And nice to end on a very positive note. Wow. Oh, literally, hold on, 9 days ago, this was 3 weeks ago. What it feels like to be shot, the pain, and I'm not watching this, but maybe next time. But I just know there's jokes in the comments. There's got to be, yeah, unskippable time. That's literally what I said when we started this. This title, I lost a testicle to an accidental discharge. Can't skip it. Man, that's nuts. Big props for having the ball to make this video. None of us are immune to accidents, no matter how much training we have. We called him the Uniballer. Wow. Wait, did he say... Second you said it was a Glock. Okay, so it wasn't a SIG P320, which is what I thought it was going to be. Regardless, that is a wild fucking video.